Hi guys, it's Heidi here from The Nest. So I've just finished a talk at the Holsworth Playgroup in Woollahra, which was really great. And there was just, I'm getting the same questions over and over again. So, which means that it's a common question that needs answering. So that's really good when I get that, because then I know, I know what you guys want. I know what people want to learn about. So I'm also one to just quickly get it out there, whether I'm stuck in the car in a rainy day or, I don't kind of wait for the right situation to do a Facebook Live, because there never really is one when you have a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old and you run your own business. So here I am in my car, and I thought I would just impart some of the knowledge I've just given in there here today. So I'm just going to quickly briefly talk about when you start to wean your child, the introduction of the common allergenic foods and how important that is at a really young age, and the sensitization of how we sensitize to how allergies are created in our babies. So first of all, there was the babies that I'm talking to the mothers in there. The babies were all under the age of weaning, so they were all less than 4 to 6 months. And a common question was, just like, how do you know, when is too early? When do you start weaning? And the answer for us is between 4 and 6 months, but not before 4. 4 is quite early. If your child is big and hungry and ready and sitting up and has good head control, we don't want, floppy children trying to eat when they're not safe to. They need to be able to safely, pass the food down through their, into the digestive system. We don't want them to be all floppy and not ready. So if they're not ready at 4 months and 5 months or 6 months, that's fine. And just sometimes the babies will show that they're really interested in the food. They'll be grabbing for your food. They'll be watching what you're doing. Or if they just start, maybe they're not grabbing for the food and watching what you're doing, but if they are sitting up really well, they've got really good head control, then we're good to go and start doing some introduction of food. So the second thing I was going to say was about early introduction of the common allergenic foods. And that's our, egg, nuts, all the tree nuts, the seafood, the soy, the wheat, these kind of things. So we need to be introducing them as soon as we can, as soon as is safe. And with something like peanut butter or any of the other butters, like almond meal, the things that young babies could eat, we want to get them in their mouth as soon as possible. We don't want to be wiping them on their face or on their arms to see if they're allergic, because this isn't really going to tell us much, and the skin will probably go a bit red. Again, that doesn't tell us whether they're going to have an allergic reaction or not, so we don't do that. But just popping a little bit of good quality peanut butter in their mouth and letting them chew. Sometimes you do get a little bit of a contact reaction, which might just look a little bit redness. That's okay, it'll probably go away quite quickly. Anything more than that, then we need to know. That's the kind of thing you can message me on Facebook about, or see your doctor. If it ever turns into hives, breathing difficulties or anything like that, you need to get seen straight away. But we've got to remember that although 10% of under 1-year-olds now have a diagnosed food allergy, 90% don't. So remember that you're going to be in the majority. Most people aren't going to have that that problem. So we know though that how to avoid, how to reduce the rate of allergic children is to get those common allergenic foods in as quickly as we can. When they're very small, early introduction helps to reduce the rate of allergy. Okay, so don't be scared of it. Remember, a majority of children aren't going to be allergic. And just be wary if your child has eczema, your baby has infantile eczema or anything like that. We need to be wary about putting food-based products on their skin, like creams like oats, oat material in them, things like that, because your child can be sensitized to that food through their skin. And that's not something that is common knowledge. People probably don't know that. You think you're doing the right thing because you're using a natural product and etc. But that's how they can be sensitized to these things, and then they go and eat them, and they've already created those antibodies, and they can have a reaction, especially children with eczema. So we'll just be wary about that. I will go into more detail with that in a blog post and a later video, but for now we should just get creams with the least amount of ingredients in them, but not food-based, especially if your child has eczema. Okay, so I hope that's been useful today. Any questions, you know where to find me, through Facebook or through my email on my website. Don't forget about our really great special class that we're going to have on the 11th of April at the Children's Clinic here in Bondi Junction. And that's going to include morning tea. It's going to be infant and child CPR, first aid for the 5 most common situations, and some allergy prevention and management as well. Okay, so take care. See you soon. Bye bye.